In this video, I'm going to walk you through creating your very first class diagram with StarUML. And don't worry if you've never even opened StarUML before. By the end of this video, you will be able to create your own class diagrams. Hey everyone! Welcome back to Learn to Code with Carl. Today we're diving into something really cool and super useful for all you future software architects out there, StarUML. If you're into designing software, stick around because this is going to be fun and informative. First off, what's UML? UML stands for Unified Modeling Language, and it's essential for visualizing and constructing the architecture of your software projects. StarUML is a powerful software design tool that also supports the creation of UML diagrams. You can download the free trial version from staruml.io. If you plan to follow along with me, I suggest you pause this video now and install StarUML on your computer. I'll be waiting here for you. Okay, let's cut to the chase. I've fired up StarUML on my computer. Let's take a quick tour of the main UI. The File menu contains options for creating new projects, opening existing files, saving and managing your project files, exporting diagrams in various formats, and printing your work. We'll discuss these in more detail in upcoming tutorials in the StarUML series. The Edit menu. Here you find functionalities for undoing and redoing actions, cutting, copying, pasting, and selecting elements in your project. The Format menu allows you to customize the appearance of your diagrams, including font styles, sizes, colors, and line styles, ensuring clarity and visual consistency in your design. We'll typically use the context menus in the diagrams instead of relying on this menu. The Model menu is used for adding new diagram types and inserting context-aware elements. It also has a Find feature that can be helpful to locate elements within your design. The Tools menu lets you install various extensions such as code generators that allow the creation of source code files from your existing UML diagrams. We might check out some of these extensions in future tutorials. Let me know if you're interested in the comments. The View menu allows us to tailor the user experience by hiding or displaying certain views. Additionally, it provides the option to zoom in or out and includes a few more features that we'll discuss in upcoming videos. The Window menu controls the placement and arrangement of the application window. The Debug menu lets us validate and diagnose our models. This can be a valuable tool if your model gets tangled for unknown reasons. And finally, the Help menu. It provides access to StarUML's documentation, support resources, and information about the software. This is also where you can enter your license key if you decide to purchase one in order to enjoy the tool without any restrictions. Speaking of restrictions, StarUML's free version is fully functional with no time limitations. However, it will display random pop-ups reminding you to upgrade, and the diagrams you export will have a watermark. Okay, let's continue our UI exploration. On the left-hand side, we have the Working Diagrams panel, which displays a list of the diagrams you are currently working on within the project, serving as an easy navigation point. As this is a new project, we only have one diagram, which is a class diagram. We'll explore it in a moment, but first, let's go through the remaining UI elements. The Toolbox contains tools for creating diagram elements. Its contents vary depending on the active diagram type. Since we're currently dealing with a class diagram, the menu offers ways to create classes, interfaces, and various relationships. The Model Explorer on the right-hand side acts as an organized overview of your project, showing a hierarchical structure of all the elements and diagrams in your model. Below the Model Explorer, we have the Editors panel, where we can edit and fine-tune the individual elements within our diagrams. We'll spend most of our time on the main view or canvas. Most of the features we need to create and modify our diagrams can be accessed directly from this main view without using menus. Next, we'll create our first class diagram. Let's consider a mobile app for a personalized fitness experience, where users can track workouts, set fitness goals, and get diet plans. We'll start by creating a class for the app's core entity, the workout class. First, select the class tool from the toolbox. Click on the canvas to place your class and name it workout. In UML, a class is represented as a rectangle with up to 3 compartments. One for the class name, one for its attributes, and one for its operations. Here's a useful trick for using StarUML. You can hide the attributes or operations compartments if you don't need them. To do this, simply right-click on the class and select Format, then choose Suppress Attributes to hide the attributes. You can also use the keyboard shortcut Shift-Command-A to hide or unhide the attributes. Similarly, to hide or unhide the operations of a class, right-click on the class and choose Format, then select Suppress Operations. You can also use the keyboard shortcut Shift-Command-O to achieve the same result. For now, let's keep both attributes and operations visible. To do so, use the shortcuts Shift-Command-A and Shift-Command-O to revert to the initial state. To add attributes, right-click again and select Add, followed by Attribute. Let's start by adding the first attribute called Session Date. I double-click the newly created attribute with the default name attribute1 and rename it to Session Date. After that, we'll add the second attribute, duration. To do this, we'll use a different approach. Double-click on the class name and then choose the Add Attribute icon from the context menu. And let's call it duration. Alternatively, you could also double-click on the attributes compartment and click the plus sign to add attributes. Let's add the third attribute, exercise type, and the fourth attribute, calories burned. Note that the last two ways of adding attributes, that is by double-clicking the class's name and by double-clicking the attributes compartment, will only work if you have at least one attribute already defined. Now, each attribute has a visibility setting, which is public by default. The plus sign indicates that. To change it, double-click on an attribute and select the visibility in the context menu, here on the left. Let's keep session date and exercise type as public while changing duration and calories burned to private. We could also use the editor to change the visibility of an attribute. Just click the attribute and in the editor's panel scroll to Properties. And here you can click on Visibility to get the list of the usual 4 options: public, protected, private, and package. So you can also do it this way, but I almost always rely on the context menu in the main canvas because it requires fewer mouse moves. Feeling a bit overwhelmed with all these terms, attributes, inheritance, classes, operations? Don't worry, I've got something that will help you understand these concepts in no time. Check out my course UML and Object-Oriented Design Foundations. It's designed to equip you with the necessary skills, and guess what? In less than 2 hours, you'll grasp the basics of UML, object-oriented design, and much more. And here's the best part. My YouTube viewers get a special discount. Just use the code LearnWithCarl at checkout for a friendly discount. You'll find the link right in the video's description below. Don't miss out on this chance to boost your skills. Now let's get back to our StarUML tutorial. For operations, the process is similar. Right-click on the class, click Add, and choose Operation. Alternatively, you could double-click the class and click the gear icon in the context menu. We'll add 3 operations: start session, end session, and calculate calories. So I rename the first method by double-clicking its name. Next comes end session. And let's add the third one, calculate calories. These operations will define what our class can actually do. To change the visibility of an operation, just like with attributes, double-click the operation and choose the appropriate visibility icon. You could also use the properties panel, but it's easier this way. Start session and end session will be public, but let's change calculate calories to protected. That means that it can only be accessed by code in the same class or one of its subclasses. Next, let's add some subclasses. Click the class tool again and place it under the workout class, and let's name it cardio. Now, draw an inheritance arrow from cardio to workout to establish a relationship. I used generalization to denote that cardio is a subclass of workout. Repeat this process for other workout types like strength and yoga. Strength training, it's a subclass of workout. And let's add yoga as well. And there you have it, your workout class with attributes, operations, and subclasses all set up. Don't forget to save your work. Click File, Save, name your project, and you're all set. Sometimes you'll want to share your diagrams, maybe in a presentation or a document. That's where exporting comes in. You can export your diagrams as PNG, JPEG, or SVG files. Click File, Export Diagram As, and pick one of the options. For general purposes, use either PNG or JPEG file formats. If you need scalability without losing quality, it's best to use SVG, which is a vector format. This means that you can scale the image up or down without losing quality, that is, there will be no visual artifacts no matter how much you zoom in or out. And that's the end of our first video on the basics of StarUML. In our next video, I'll show you how to create use case diagrams, and we'll delve deeper into StarUML. Make sure you subscribe and hit that bell icon to stay updated. Until next time, keep coding and keep designing smarter. Thanks for watching.